Hey, hey, hey. MySubstation.com. Shout out to the team viewer. I can't answer any messages. I'm not even close. Aha, aha, aha. Snarfy trying to control a computer from his phone out in Pittsburgh. I'm not even close, so I can't respond. I got Zuri with me.
What is?
Zuri Appleby.
How's everything?
Excellent, excellent, excellent. How are you? How is everything with you?
Everything is wonderful. Everything is everything.
Yes. Dopeness. Super dopeness. What do we have going on? What do the people need to know?
People need to know.
I am the shit.
Nah, they don't need to know on their own. You can be the judge of that.
Yes.
But I don't know. Pressing things is tonight. I'll be at Dinosaur Barbecue with Verse. You can also find Verse at DBGB's every Tuesday in Allentown, 8:30 to 11. Tonight we're gonna be on at 10 to 1 a.m. rocking. If it's packed, we might go on a little longer. Come get your fill of some good music.
Yes. Right up top. Whenever I hear somebody talking about needing a guitarist, you are one of the first people
Bass.
that they bass, and we'll even get into that. You are one of the first people that they recommend, and just for people who don't know the difference, in the guitar, be it bass, be it electric, what have you. If you want to go ahead and talk about that, but how does it feel that you are and you do get recognized, for your work, and it's not just she's dope, she's happy, it's actually go work with her because she's good.
Yeah, it's both, and it's a blessing because it's all I've ever wanted to do. Like I made that decision way before I was even old enough to have a job. I was like, all I want to do is music.
Yes.
However, whatever avenue I can get it done in, that's all I want to do to make my money and to make my way. And it's came to be, and I've never had to do anything other than that. So
that's what's up.
Especially being a female, like a lot of
Right,
times
right.
they'll be like, oh, they might say something or throw my name out there, but people will check me out on the strength of I'm a girl. But once they hear, then they're she actually is not, she's not just twiddling on the string, like she's decent.
Fool, ain't that what you came here for?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel you.
Yeah.
All the way. Now, just outside of that, what is the full musical range? The broad scope. Is it just bass, or what all goes on with Zuri?
Well,
if they haven't seen.
Bass guitar is my forte. I also do upright. Not nearly as good as I'm on electric, but I can definitely handle my own on it. Vocals as well, lead or backup. I do private bass lessons. I do private vocal lessons. I do studio work. I do residencies. I do clinics. So but it's all based around vocal and bass. I'm trying to expand. I do banjo.
Shout out
people
to
don't hire
banjo.
People don't hire banjo gigs, but I just like.
How did that happen?
Because it sounds good. It's fun to me.
When did you when did you randomly hear somebody on a banjo?
Man, actually,
shout out to that.
I had heard
banjo.
Banjo. I lived in New Orleans for a while. I was stationed there, and you hear a lot of different instruments.
Certainly.
And they do any genre. Like you can hear someone on flute ripping up some hip hop.
Right,
like it could be any instrument doing any genre. And then I started getting into Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, and Bela Fleck is a phenomenal a banjo player who featured in the band. So. Just from that alone, I said, so
no doubt, I like that. I like that. Now, do you study the music, or do you study music at all? And just with the music that you like, whatever it is that you listen to, how do you incorporate any of that, feeling wise, sound wise, melody wise, into what you do?
Well, I did originally go to performing arts for high school.
Shout out to PA.
PA, all my 05 graduates, stand up.
Everybody gotta go somewhere. Shout out to Mac High.
Yeah. So that was schooling number one. After that, I was in the Marine Corps band. Many people don't know. So that was a lot of schooling. It's 6 months of basically 4 years condensed into 6 months of you can't do nothing else
Right.
but practice
Right.
all day.
Come
You
on.
can't even get out of your uniform and can't even leave base. So
Sheesh.
you don't have nothing else to do. Well, I might as well play my instrument, and
Mhm.
you have to have a minimum of at least 2 hours a day.
I might as
Even if
well.
you're the best of the best, they don't
Sheesh.
let you do less than 2 hours a day. So
Mhm.
you have a private instructor. It's basically like college. You got every uh, once a month you'll have like benchmarks, the equivalent of a benchmark where you gotta show off the best of what you've learned in different
Mhm.
genres. And
Mhm.
since then, after that I was in the Marine Band for 3 years after the schooling, and following that I went to Buff State,
Shout out
and
to Buff
so
State.
yeah, a lot of schooling has gone in to
Yes.
this whole creation of my
Right.
skill.
Right. Now, how easy or how hard is reading music? And how different is reading music, from each instrument, if there really is such a thing? Because I hear people say, people that look at piano music and they can't play it. I played the clarinet. I don't know what piano music looks like. I
Hmm.
know what clarinet music looks like.
Right.
I know what violin music looks like. What is the difference in that? And again, like I said, how hard, how easy is it to read that?
I mean, to say how hard or how easy anything is kind of like, well, how can you answer that? Because
Right.
it really depends on,
The person.
one, your determination to learn it, two, your how you learn and how it's being presented to you. Because I
Certainly.
don't think anyone can learn anything.
Right.
It depends on the teacher to know how your learning style is, to know how you can receive that information, digest it,
That's
and
real
to
shit.
hold on to it.
Hmm.
So in terms of bass music, it's different from piano, where you don't have to look at uh, chords. I mean, sometimes you got bass chords,
I
but
got you.
generally you only have to read one clef.
Hmm.
You only got to read the one clef. Piano, you got treble and bass clef, and
Hmm.
you got
Hmm.
a lot more going on. So reading music, I mean, it can be difficult, but once you get those fundamentals, just like anything, once you get the fundamentals, like it's not too hard. It's
Hmm.
not too hard, and
Hmm.
it's less necessary depending on the type of work you do. So
Got you. Now, what are the some of the immediate advantages and disadvantages of being a female and being a accomplished, headstrong female in both music and entertainment?
well, right off the bat, being a female definitely is like a double-edged sword, because people will, kind of perk up. Oh, it's a girl. Okay, so you get that initial, eyebrow raise, which is good. But then people think that you kind of are like cheating the
Right, right,
system.
right, 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 right,
Like,
right.
oh, well, they just listen to her because she's a
Yep.
girl.
Hmm.
Well, I don't care. Whatever. Everyone has a gimmick. And being a
Right.
female is not a gimmick. I mean, it's just how you
Right.
were born in this earth.
That's what the Black Widow said.
You
She
know.
said the hustle is I'm a female.
Right. So I
Real
mean,
shit.
whatever it takes to for people to pay attention. You, Cameron was rocking around the pink fur. I
Hmm.
mean, whatever it takes for them to look at you, it's fine. Can you maintain their attention once you get it?
Hmm.
So especially being in the Marine Corps, like I had that ingrained in me on being a headstrong, female. Where if you're strong, I mean, Beyonce said it. It's like if you're strong, you're a bitch. If you're not a bitch, then you're weak, and they
Hmm.
think that they
Hmm.
can walk on you. So I mean, it's like you can't win, quote unquote,
Right, right,
but
right,
then
right,
you can't worry about winning.
right.
You just need to
You better
worry
not
about
lose.
yeah, and losing is what your definition is
Right.
of losing
Hmm.
anyway. So
Hmm.
you just need it's a blessing to be a female, but it's a curse. But it doesn't matter either way, because I think that you could say that about being a male.
Gotcha.
Oh, you might get the foot in the door as a male, but you also can easily get overlooked because
Hmm.
of so many men. So
Hmm.
I mean, we both have our advantages and disadvantages, but at the end of the day, do you have the skill to get it done or not?
Hmm. Now, where are you going? Where do you plan to take this? And I just mean, the Zuri project, the Zuri brand as a whole. I don't know if you want to write children's stories later on, or if you want to have an Olympic volleyball team. What is it, moving forward, aside from everything that you have going on, or even in conjunction with everything that you have going on? What is it that you want to come of the experience that other people have when they are invited to you?
Well, I just recently got endorsed by Warwick,
Yes.
which is, praise God, that's
Mhm.
awesome. It's
Mhm.
one of the best bass companies in the world.
No doubt.
So that alone has put me on a platform which is going to allow me to get a lot more exposure.
Mhm.
Aside from the discounts of the gear, it's really the
Right, right, right.
exposure that you know what I'm saying,
No
that
doubt.
is necessary. So
Mhm.
I really want to tour which hope that's going to present that opportunity. I want to tour the world. I want to tour the world and not have to pay a dime for it. I want to tour the world because people I get paid to do it, or even if I don't get paid, just that all the accommodations are taken care of through my.
Mhm.
Um, really want to grow spiritually, musically, and as an individual, and I want music to be what I do all that through.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I won't limit it by saying children's stories. I
Right. Right.
won't
Right.
limit
Right.
it by
Right.
saying,
Right. Right.
how whatever brings me that
Got
growth
you.
and that expansion,
Mhm.
as long as that catalyst is music, that's what I want to do.
Got you. Now, socially, politically, um, growing up, uh, I mean, from whenever, from then till now, just what inspires you, just personally, nothing to do with music, entertainment, anything like that. What inspires you, just to be the best Zuri, the greatest Zuri, not running around with a flag. I'm the shit. I'm the best.
Mm,
Listen to me,
mm-mm.
see me. But just within yourself, in your pitch black room, in the
Right.
corner, in your chair facing the wall.
Uh-huh.
What every day allows you to know that you are your greatness.
Knowing your greatness is knowing what your worst is, first of all, and everyone
Come on.
knows what
Come
that
on.
is. So,
That's real.
to know where, just seeing, I don't even look at it as being, because I know I'm not my greatest right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that I have advanced in areas that I had been lower in. So, I mean, that inspiration to be that comes from, I mean, you might call it ego. And then ego has a tool. I mean, ego is a
Certainly.
motivator because
Certainly.
no one wants to be looked
Ego is
at
not
as
always bad.
no, but as long
Mhm.
as you keep it on a leash and you keep it in balance, seriously, because like we see ourselves through these eyes, and we judge ourselves before anyone else
Right. Right.
does.
Right.
So, and we judge ourselves the hardest. I mean,
Certainly.
I don't
Right.
can't speak for everyone, but I know when I'm looking
Man.
at a video that gets put up of a solo or whatever, people are like, oh my god, I'm just like, and this is any person that has a passion in their head, they're like, yeah, oh, that could have been
Mhm.
this, or oh, that could have been better. And you ask a producer, they never feel like they're
Right.
done with
Right.
their
Right.
mix.
Right.
You ask,
Right.
oh, I could have said that verse like
Right.
this, So I mean, greatness is like satisfaction with knowing that you've improved.
Mhm.
And it
Mhm.
can't be nothing else because it's never going to be a point where you're like, yeah, I've arrived at
Got you.
greatness.
Got
There's
you.
no such thing.
Now, from I guess from a happiness or a fan appreciation standpoint, what would you, I guess, feel the best about? I don't really want to say feel the best about, but feel better about of the two. I see people, they post the videos on a Facebook or a Twitter. They have, let's just say, 1,000 shares. 1,000
Hmm.
likes, 1,000 favorites, or you go to you have a show and you put your heart and soul into it, and in a venue that seats 300 people, there were 50 diehard fans there.
Right.
Which one for you is more gratifying?
I mean, I'm a real like see both sides of
Got
every
you.
situation
Got you.
type
Yep.
person.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you get the opportunity to be in a room where you're in an arena and you might be with a lot of hop on the bandwagon type fans. I mean, you don't know if you're gonna actually transfer them over to being people that really do love it because they might have been there just because it was the next coolest thing to go to, and I wanted something to do tonight because it's Friday. But once they're there, I mean, if it's real and you touch someone, they might join that crew of 50 people in the
Right,
room
right,
that
right.
actually loves it and wants to be there. Now, naturally, that's the people that you want, but I mean, as an entertainer, you just want people to feel good, and
Right.
you don't want to put a limit on it. Like, I just want the people that get it
Right.
to
Right.
like
Right.
it. Like, I just want people to enjoy and feel
Mhm.
good, and because those people that really get it or love music are always going to be there. Just like you're always going to have those people that don't get it and
Mhm.
are there for the atmosphere.
Mhm.
And as an entertainer, you're there for both of
That
them.
are just there for the atmosphere. That's some real shit. For real.
I mean, otherwise, it's like drinking in your house or drinking out. I mean,
Mhm.
it's cheaper to stay at home, or you want to be surrounded by that, camaraderie, that energy of wherever you're going.
Got you. Got you.
So it's for everyone. It's for everybody.
That's real. What are you reading?
Reading.
Yes.
I'm not music related.
No, not at all.
All right, you're gonna think I'm weird.
No, never. Listen. On the low, there's nobody in life more weird than me. Trust me. There's nobody in
All
life more weird
right.
than me.
Well, right now I'm reading. There's two books I'm in the midst of reading. One is called is regarding biorhythm,
Hmm.
biorhythm, and how they can understand it to better correlate their life in correspondence with how your rhythm naturally goes in connection to the stars and the universe and the waves, and because everything has a natural rhythm, rise and fall, and just basically to work through your rhythm, to know
Hmm.
when you're going to be at your best, or to know when your energy is going to be a little less
Hmm.
than what you want, and work within that. That's one book. Another book I'm reading is called is Astral Projection.
Yes.
Anybody that knows about or doesn't know about astral projection or thinks it's not a thing, it is a real thing. It's a very real thing that some people probably are too scared to experience. But if you can get past that fear, it's something that allows you to use your light body to travel
Yes.
through the astral
Yes.
planes, and that's
Yes.
all I'm gonna say about
Yes.
it. I have yet to get
Man,
real successful at that, but it's something that I'm learning
I
so that
rock
I
with
can
you
be
that much
better with
more. Yeah. Come on.
it.
Now let me ask you. With just real quick, 2 second answer.
Yeah.
Um, when you see and when you hear the Illuminati discussions, do you involve yourself or do you just completely leave it alone?
I mean, I don't physically I leave it alone, but in your mind, I mean, there's no such thing as leaving it alone. I
Got you.
mean, if it's brought up, your mind is doing something with it. So as far as the Illuminati goes, it's just a title to me
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
doesn't even really that doesn't even really like umbrella over all what people really even
Hmm.
think it
Hmm.
is,
Hmm.
or umbrellas over more than what people
Right.
think it
Right.
is. I mean,
I dig
and
that.
that's a big reason of why that word is even so
Hmm.
popular. Is just the big illusion and the big like fear implant. So, I mean, I don't worry about it because I understand that it's just a name, and those energies that feed into it, are going to exist whether there's a name for it or
Hmm.
not.
Hmm.
And it was existing before there was a name for it. And Illuminati, I mean, if you break down the word, it really just means illumination.
Yes.
And it's even beyond being negative. Now people have, put it into the control factor and control, that's when it starts getting negative. But people control without being Illuminati. People
Hmm.
control in relationships every day. So, I mean, to Illuminati, I'm not worried about no Illuminati.
Come on.
It's a thing, and there might be people that call themselves that, and the people that call themselves
Right.
Illuminati
Right.
probably
Right.
don't even
Right.
really
Right.
know what
Right.
it is.
Yep.
Probably don't even realize that that's
Yes.
label for
Come on.
what they're boxing them into. So
Come on.
that's all I can say.
Boxing them into. Now, how much time? How much time does Zuri spend uh, paying attention to and giving energy to things outside of herself?
um, I mean, there's no such thing because everything is the self. So I mean, everything uh, it's both. I mean, it's like a mirror. Everything that is self is everything outside of the self.
Hmm.
So, I mean, all the energy, and if you look at it that way.
Yes. Do you give the people on the street change? I need $2 for something to eat and the bus.
Nah. I don't know because if people say they need something, I ask them what they need, and
Right.
I've been there where I've been like, "Oh, you need food? Okay,
Man.
here's some food," and then I come around the block and that food's sitting on the corner,
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
or people will come, "Oh, I just need something for a drink," but they sitting there itching. You don't need a drink,
Right. Right.
so I'm
Right.
not gonna feed into your demise. I mean, why are you in a situation where you don't got nobody that you
Nothing.
don't got no
I'm the person
you
that you.
don't, right, you willing to pick on a young lady and you're an older man that you don't have,
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know, I just some way where I just say, may may peace
Mhm.
be with you,
Mhm.
and someone else will give it to you.
Come on. Now, what's the loving, the caring Zuri? What are the things that touch you, that really pull on your heartstring? And I'm not talking about like the 38 cents a day commercials and shit
No,
like
I
that.
don't even have cable.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know what's on TV these
Yes.
days.
Yes.
But things that pull up my heartstrings is, I mean, what you experience every day in your life. I mean, rawness. I mean, what reality TV shows wish they could capture.
Oh
What they're
man.
trying to capture, like that realness that you see every day. That
Mhm.
when I'm talking to my mother, and it could be an inflection in a word that she says, and it just makes you
Yes.
feel some type of way.
Yes.
I mean,
Hmm.
it's not any one thing. It's just realness is what pulls on my heartstrings. It could be happy, sad. It could be
Hmm.
funny. It's just as long as it's real passion, what gets me. Period.
Come on. What's in the iPod right now? What are you listening to?
iPod. I've been listening to a lot of Sunny Moon.
Hmm.
Um,
I ain't got no cable, but I damn sure got some music.
yeah, I definitely got music. I be on Spotify all the
Yes. Yes.
time,
Come on,
faithfully.
man.
Been listening to a lot of Sunny Moon. If y'all don't know who that
Hmm.
is check them out. It's a duo. Uh, both white people, and if you heard it, you would not. I couldn't believe till watched her. I had to see this like notes come out of her voice
Hmm.
physically.
Hmm.
I was like, oh
Hmm.
my god.
And that's how Alan Stone is. Man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Little Dragon. I mean, they're not new, but I've still been rocking them. I do Ethan Farmer, aka it's just because I'm shedding his album right now,
Got
trying
you.
to get
Got you.
on that. His album Wine and Strings. Shout out to Ethan Farmer for being
Wine and
bad,
strings.
badass bass
Dope.
player,
Dope.
amongst many others. Snarky Puppy, I love, love, love. Emily King, I love. Tycho was DJ.
Hmm.
I'm real into like a lot of stuff that a lot of like
Yes.
musicians might
Yes.
not consider. Like I'm more when I'm listening to music, it's more of the fan side as
Hmm.
opposed to like, oh, that's
Right.
killer
Right. Right. Right.
music.
Right.
Like
Right. I got you.
I'm really just like, oh, that makes me feel good.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
Tycho, who else? I don't know. Those are the current ones that come to mind.
Hmm.
Georgia Ann Muldrow. Who else? Uh, Jesse Boykins the third.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
those type of artists I'm into right now.
That extensive library.
Yeah.
Now, I see you're inked,
Yeah.
and you
Little
do
bit.
have a quite the fashion sense. You know.
Thrift store magic.
Yes.
Balling on a budget.
I've seen you, different modelings and things like that. Just where does that all that come from? And I don't mean like, man, well, because I know I'm trying so hard to be different. I
No,
do
no.
this. Like where just where does that come from to be yourself and to consistently have the confidence in being yourself, doing, wearing, saying, being, whatever it is that you feel is your accurate representation.
Number one, my mood. I mean, because I can't say I have a style. If anyone looks at my outfit or wardrobe, it's
Yes.
like a I don't know mixing pot of everything I like. It could be
Mhm.
anything from like paisley to grunge to ghetto fashion to gothic.
Shout out to
I
these
mean,
dope ass shoes she got on that y'all can't even see right now.
So it's everything in the confidence to be original. I mean, I don't. It's like the opposite. I don't see how people have the
Yes.
confidence to
Yes.
to look
Yes.
like everything else. 'Cause
Right.
it's like, I mean, if that's you, that's you. But I mean, I can't. I don't really believe that is anybody. No one is that cookie cutter ever. I mean,
Ever.
I'm not gonna call out any name brands that you see at the mall. I mean, you might find this. You said Hollister, America Apparel, wherever that you can rock, but it's not about the name brand. It's about the look and how you feel in the clothes, and that's really what's
Yes.
about. Like that. So that's why it's mainly about my mood because it's about how I feel in the clothes, and
Mhm.
you want to feel good. I can feel good. I mean, this was a huge T-shirt from the Ambets and some
Yes.
of this, and I cut it up for man.
Come on.
Marshalls. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's not about the brand. It's about how you feel in the clothes and how you piece it together. So, if have the confidence to be yourself, don't, having the confidence to look like everybody else isn't confidence at all.
Mhm. Come on, that's real shit. Do you do you listen to music out here?
Local?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have favorites and even past out here? Just local everywhere. Local in Arizona, local in Cleveland, local in Toronto. Anybody that you listen to, that you consistently listen to, you like their feel, and they just don't, get the mainstream buzz.
Well, some of the artists that I mentioned, I mean, they Jesse Boykins
Right,
and
right.
Georgia Ann Muldrow. I mean, they got a platform. I mean, they're known,
Mhm.
but they're not known.
Right. Right.
And I don't even know if they will ever be. I don't even know if that's their focus or whatever.
Got you.
But
Got you.
I mean, local artists. A lot of the ones I listen to are like a lot of the ones I have the blessing of working with. So like, John O. I went to high school with John O. He was
Jiggy,
my
what up?
homeboy, Jiggy John O. Coleman,
Mhm.
I seen that you
Mhm.
had something with him. Dope rapper. That he told me he didn't even want to rap, and he just
Right.
kind of
Right.
got dropped off into it, and
Mhm.
he kills it. He's definitely got original flow. Zone. He hasn't been doing a lot of like I haven't heard him in a lot of public platforms, but he definitely does his thing. I like a lot of conscious rap because
Yes.
I can turn on the radio any day and
Yeah. Right.
do this, but
Snap,
which is
pop,
good. What I mean,
shake that
I just
ass,
can't
twerk.
I
Mhm.
can't do it
Mhm.
like all
Mhm.
day. Like it just makes me feel like I'm going dumb.
Two two things close to me that I definitely want to know how you feel. Um, when you see the constant light skinned niggas versus dark skinned niggas argument, and then females and the support from one female to another, or the lack thereof. You know, when you see both of those situations, you know, when you see a female, and I mean from the outside, because you know nobody's with anybody 24 hours a day,
Right.
but from the outside, you know, the package is fine, or at least to you, you know, the package is fine. It looks nice. It's something that you could ride with, you know, something that you could rock with. um, but it's just the credit isn't given, you
Hmm.
know, or there is something negative that has to be said or pointed out, you know, from just female to female, rather than respecting and praising. And then again, you know, the light skinned niggas versus dark skinned niggas argument. You know, how do you feel about both sides of that foolishness?
I mean, I mean, naturally, I think it's foolishness, but
Yes.
I don't really play into it because I mean, if that's what you're worried about, then I'm not. I can't really
Right.
invest my mind in that. I'm more worried about the people that aren't worried about that. Therefore, not worried.
Mhm. Mhm.
Focused on,
Mhm.
not worried.
Mhm.
Worry is the wrong word. So I mean, when people are like, if it's a joke, like I laugh
Right.
at
Right. Right.
some
Right.
of the
Right.
jokes.
Yeah.
Some of
Right.
Instagram has some funny stuff, because then it's all love and it's just a joke. You
Uh huh.
know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying? But like if it's genuine, I mean, how can you argue that? I mean, it's racism within your own race.
Right. Right. Right.
It's absurd, and it's not like anyone chose any color they are. And
Mhm.
my sister is darker than I am, and my mom's darker than I am, and I got more black in me than her. I didn't choose to be this light, and so if someone says something about being light skinned, it's like it's almost not even worth responding to,
Right.
and it's not worth not even almost
Mhm.
it's not worth responding
Mhm.
to except to say get your mind right, like elevate your mind,
I dig
because
it.
the fact that you worried about that stuff shows that you got your focus
Mhm.
on low frequency
Man,
things.
on low frequency, man. Listen, shout out to everybody that's entrenched in their high frequency and their, you
Yeah,
know, their
elevate it.
great vibes and all that. Um, Buffalo. Let's talk about Buffalo a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you like about Buffalo? You know, what are some of the great things to do? I mean, we always get a bad rap. You know, what are some of the things that you enjoy, food wise, entertainment wise, landmark wise? You know, education wise. You know, maybe going to the art museum or something like
Yeah.
that.
There's Buffalo has so much to offer.
Man,
Anybody that says Buffalo don't have nothing to offer
yeah.
is the people that are listening to those people that
Say it,
say
Buffalo.
it's
Right,
nothing to
right,
offer
right.
and then don't look, because I
Mhm.
mean it's full of stuff, and it's all about, and a lot of the greatest things are more word of mouth type things, which
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
most of the greatest things anyway. So
Mhm.
if you don't know what's going on, you just need to plug yourself into a circle of people
Talk
that's
to
like
somebody.
a little more like, I don't know, not afraid to try out different
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, if you look in any one area and you say there's nothing to do, that means you're looking at that one. There's only so many hip hop clubs to go
Mhm.
to.
Mhm.
There's only so many rap clubs to go to. There's only so many, drum and bass clubs to go to. So you just got to really expand what you think is a good time.
Mhm.
Or if you don't think things are fun, then you're not going to
Right.
find nothing fun.
Right.
That just shows that you just have, limited enjoyment
Come on.
capabilities.
Come on. Meanwhile, there's stuff going on
There's
every
mad
day.
stuff going on. So, I mean, Allentown always has stuff going on,
Yes.
always has different things. DBGB's constantly has different
Mhm. Mhm.
genres of music, from anywhere from hip hop karaoke
Right. Right.
to
Right.
neo
Right.
soul to folk to straight up electro to like ghetto booty house. They got everything there. Any
Ghetto
night of
booty
That's
house.
the genre. Go
Yes.
go get some. They got, if you go to Gypsy Parlor, which is a new spot on Grant off
Mhm. Mhm.
Potomac,
Mhm.
they have everything from
They just had an event up there too.
yeah, they're constant. They have every
Mhm.
Friday. They got Friday night dance parties. I'll be playing there. Show this.
Yes. Plug it all the
Plug it.
way. Yes.
Zuri, which myself featuring Waz. He's a drummer. We're gonna do a lot of experimental. It'll be me, my and him, just a duo. He has a whole electronic drum kit, and I got a lot of sound effects, and we'll be featuring some horns and yeah. So they got Tutu Tuesdays where you get drinks off and you get to wear a tutu. They got tutus for sale. They got palm readings, tarot card reading. They got DJs from everyone, DJ Psych, DJ Lopro,
Shout out
whoever
to
you want.
everybody that wearing
Yeah.
a tutu.
Yeah, man. Tutu, why not? Everyone feels free
Come
in a
on.
tutu, especially
Yeah.
when you're drunk. So,
Yes.
flat booty girls can have a booty in a tutu, even.
Come
So,
on.
yeah, I mean, there's things going on, Sugar
That's a
City.
song, little dick. Flat booty girls got a booty in a tutu. Flat
Right.
booty girls got a
I
booty in
want-
a tutu. Tutu.
Just give me a
Tutu.
percentage. Come up with that
I
line. Where else? I mean, there's so many art galleries on 464 Art Gallery
Yes,
on
yes.
Amherst. Their Hurdle is coming up. They got a
Mhm.
lot of different things going on. So I mean, just keep
Shout
your
out
ear
to
to
my
the
high
ground.
school hood. Hurdle stand up.
I mean, check out the Art Voice, and if the Art Voice isn't enough, just walk around
Right,
and just
right.
like you'll
Get
see
out.
Yeah, just get out and about and look at flyers. You see stuff, and if just drop in. Just drop in. If you don't like it, what'd you lose?
Mhm,
You would have been sitting at home chilling
Right.
anyway.
Right. Now, how often do you support the local talent? I'm talking about people outside of your circle and outside of what you normally listen to.
I give everyone a fair chance as long as I have the freedom. Like a lot of times it's hard because when people have things going on, it tends to be nights and weekends, and I'm most likely working. But if I'm
Yes.
not working and I'm not checking out the fam, like I usually check out some of my favorite people that are DJs or artists, and I always want to support them. But if it's someone I don't know, I'll definitely check them out at least once. And if it's not good, who cares? The fact is support is the point of it, and just to show your love. So
Kicking that real shit.
yeah, that's the point. So I mean, if we don't support Buffalo, who's gonna support us? I mean, I can't see it any other way. Everyone talks crap about us, and then we talk crap about us. It's like, how are we going to expect
Compound the
people from
problem.
other?
Right,
Yeah, how
right.
other people from other cities going to think we're not lame if we think we're lame?
Right. Now, how often do you see that you get the support? And I mean, the not looking for it support. Maybe you're just let's just say you're on Facebook or you're on Twitter, and just randomly somebody shares something of yours. This shit is dope. Everybody check it out. Retweet it. Something like how often do you get that? How do you feel about that? How does that make you feel? Things of that nature. Because I mean, I see a lot of people, whereas they get a lot of for lack of a better term, they get a lot of dick riding fans that don't get any acknowledgement. But
Right.
it gives them a sense of entitlement.
Right.
Like, look at me, not even acknowledging
supporting you,
them,
supporting
and they
you.
supporting
Right,
my
right,
shit.
right,
They pushing my shit, and I'm not even acknowledging them.
Right, right.
Whereas other people, when you share or you tell somebody, and they personally thank you.
Right.
Where do you fall in that?
I mean, I get both, and it's like literally just today was probably the first time I had someone like Twitter is real easy to get a lot of retweets, and I don't know who they are, and it might not even be music related.
Right,
It just
right,
might
right.
be a comment that I said, and I get however many retweets people I don't know. But like today on Facebook, I had a video had got uploaded from a gig I did at the Oak Room with the Life Band, and it was like 15 shares, and it was like
Right,
people I didn't
right,
even know,
right,
I'm
right.
not even friends with, and like that doesn't
Right.
happen too often. Like a lot of times it'll be shared through people that like are friends of friends. I'll know them to some degree, but just more recently it's been happening. It's just like wow. It's like it makes you just feel real good because it's more than touching the people that already support you now. You never want to say it doesn't matter to get that support because it does, but it's like you just want to expand that I don't know, your horizons of who you're touching constantly. As long as it's a real touch, not just people that are looking for, if I support them, they'll support me back.
Got you.
Like you want to support that they just like it and aren't looking for anything in return, and that feels so good. That feels better than anything.
Got you.
To get.
Now, how important and how enjoyable in the off time is the family time? The backgammon games, the Scrabble games. Watching whatever. How enjoyable are those times? And how do those times keep you grounded when you're just out and about? Not to say that you're not always grounded, but I mean,
No,
how good are those times for you?
those times, I mean, they're both. I mean, they're good and bad, just like anybody. I mean, in terms of family, I'm so blessed on both sides. My dad, Rodney Appleby, amazing bass player, musician. If everybody don't know, he's the shit. My mom's the shit. She probably
Vocal
taught
coach,
all of
yes.
Buffalo.
Vocal coach,
My dad,
dad, yes.
he's a bassist. He used to play for Rick James, Deep Purple, and whoever
Hmm.
toured the world. Um, and my mother, she's taught literally probably more than 75% of Buffalo through being in the public school system for over 30 years.
Yes.
And then I have my just one sister, and other than that, my family circle is pretty small. So
Venetia, what up?
yeah, Venetia, shout out to my best friend
Look at
in the
me. You
whole
see me?
world.
Stop
Literally
playing.
my best friend in the whole world. I'm so blessed to actually get along with my sister.
I
Um,
think you guys are dope. You guys are one of the dopest sister combinations in the world.
I think so too. So those times are good. I mean, I, to be honest, I wish there were more, but
Hmm.
I mean that longing kind of is what makes it worth it. You know, when you get it, it's because it's not every day. So, and I don't just limit my family to being the people that I was
Certainly
born
not.
into. So I
Certainly
mean,
not.
my family is the people that you just like share, like you just resonate with, even if you don't talk to them every day, and you hit them up and once a month, and
Hmm. Hmm.
it's real as if you just talked to them yesterday. So those times, I mean, they're what keeps everything moving, and even the bad times are what keeps everything
Come on.
moving. I mean, so if you look at it that way, it's all good because it's all
Yes.
towards part of
Yes.
the bigger picture
Man,
and learning and progressing. So
that's
it's
what's
all
up.
good.
That's what's up. Now, Principal Zuri, how would you make sure that your school is where it needs to be? And then President Zuri,
Oh man,
first woman president Zuri,
man, I
how would
don't
you
want
make
those
sure that
roles.
that the nation where it's
President.
supposed to
Oh.
be?
Is this gonna be tapped? Is the government gonna hear if I ever talk about the president?
Hey,
Well, I mean, I don't ever want to be the president
yes.
ever. I feel like being president, by that I'm assuming you mean just in terms of being able to have
Yeah.
an impact on a large amount of
Mhm.
people. And then if you look at it that way, then that's what I feel like I am now. I mean, I'm president of my life and I'm the principal of my life, and hopefully through my experiences, I have a impact on those
Mhm.
around me. I
Mhm.
mean, and even if by people that I don't know, like if I impact someone that I do know, and then that way of being a person carries into how they interact with another
Mhm.
person, and
Mhm.
that traveled on,
That's what's up.
and they don't even have to ever know, who I was, or and that might be how I'm being influenced. Someone might have interacted with me from
Mhm.
something they learned from somebody else, from something they learned from somebody else.
Come
I
on.
mean, so I mean the way that I will freedom number one, because you can't learn anything without feeling like you have the freedom to get it done, without
Yes. Yes.
pressure has a big importance,
Mhm.
but that freedom is like necessary. And understanding the big picture, I would make sure that people understand the big picture, whatever their big picture is, or to help them define what their
Whatever
big
their big
picture
picture is, that's real.
is, or to help them to maybe have a checklist of how you can find out what you think your big picture is. Because
Mhm.
if you don't know, I feel like in any lesson, like if you don't know why you're learning something, it's like you don't want to learn it.
Mhm.
And I do that with my students. Like a lot of times I'll be teaching, and if why does this? Why do I need to know this? And if you got to ask that question, and there's already disconnects.
Right. Come on. Come on.
So you wanna, I don't know. I would want people to know their big picture, zoom out first, and then zoom in, because you
Hmm.
can't even know what
Hmm.
details you're trying to zoom in at if you don't know what what I'm saying,
Mhm.
what you're
I
looking
got
at
you. I got you.
initially. So that and I don't know, yeah, freedom, understanding your big picture, and having having the clarity and the awareness and personal motivation, and instilling in people personal motivation, because
Mhm.
there's nothing like personal motivation. And if you
Man.
don't have personal motivation, then competition will help you get
Come
there.
on. Come on.
It's got to be one of the two.
I dig that. What do you listen to when you listen to people?
Words? You mean when I'm talking to people?
When somebody's talking to you, what are you listening to?
I mean, I'm listening to everything. I'm listening to their eyes and how they're looking at me, or if they're looking at me,
The
or
only person that I ever heard say that besides you. I tell people that all the time. I'm
yeah,
listening to your eyes. I tell
yeah.
people that all the time.
Because, I mean, that says a lot. That says a lot. It says
Man,
a lot.
that's why I keep my glasses on too all the time. If people don't know.
I'm listening to their body language,
Mhm.
what way your head's turned. I'm listening to the inflection in your words.
Mhm.
I'm listening to if your ideas are, connecting to the other one, or if it sounds like you're just rambling off stuff that sounds like it
Right.
should be
Right.
said. I
Right.
mean,
Mhm.
I'm listening to your thought process. That's what I'm listening to when I talk to people. I'm
No
listening
doubt.
to the reason for why you're saying things, even
Mhm.
past the words you're saying, because
Come
the
on.
reason is really is the bigger picture. The intent behind everything is even the bigger
Mhm.
picture.
Mhm. Man, intention is everything. I forget who I was having that conversation with. Oh man, intention is everything.
Intent, yes.
Intention is everything. Who is who is the Zuri, or what is the part of Zuri that that people connect with the most? That most resonates with the people.
I think people. Now I don't know. You tell me. You're if you resonate with me, but I think people resonate with the fact that I'm pretty easygoing
Mhm. Mhm.
and I'm really down to earth. And a lot of people that don't know me, I've gotten this my whole life since even before I was aware of what stuck upness was. People would always say they would just assume, oh, she's stuck up because I'm actually pretty shy. If I don't know you, if I do know you, then I'll talk a mile a minute. But like a lot of times if I don't know you, my face will just be
Mhm.
straight and I'll
Mhm.
be in
Right. Right.
and people would think, "Oh, she's stuck up or this," but once people get to know me, they realize I'm really down to earth and I'm
Gotcha.
just, I don't know, open minded, down to earth, and positive. I'd like to look at the good sides of things. So I think I don't know who can be mad about that. And if you
I
are,
got
then
you.
you got something you need to work
Come on.
on.
Three more, and I will let you get out of here. I want to know what's your celebrity. Who is your celebrity crush? What is your favorite food? Your must-have meal. And what was the final thought that chose you to go with purple for your hair?
Oh, thank you. It will work for you. Okay, wait. What was the first question? Food?
Celebrity
Oh,
crush.
celebrity
Don't try to skip
crush.
past that.
I don't even know if I have one.
uh,
I don't
I'm
know.
about to say, yeah, you probably don't if you got to think about it. I dig it. I dig it.
I don't know. I don't know. Miguel's cute.
Shout out to Miguel.
He gets.
Man. Yeah, I'm about to say.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more of a crush with his voice and his
Right.
like
You ain't
musical
trying to get leg
approach.
dropped.
Right. I'm definitely not trying to get. She seen that leg coming.
From a
She
mile
definitely
away.
seen that
From a
coming.
mile
I don't
away.
know what she. What she? Oh well. I don't know. I don't know. Aaliyah was my celebrity crush.
Mhm.
Rest in peace to
No
Aaliyah.
doubt. No doubt.
And then food. You're gonna laugh, but cereal. I
What's your favorite
love
cereal?
peanut butter Captain Crunch.
I can't eat peanut butter.
Oh, I'm obsessed with peanut butter. I'm obsessed with peanut butter.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a
peanut
cereal
butter,
head too,
everything.
man. I'm a
Oh, I can
cereal head.
give me that any time of day. I'm good.
Cereal, French fries, popcorn.
Yeah, cereal,
Mm.
cheese.
Cheese.
Not together. Give me
Yes.
cheese.
Not together.
Love cheese.
Oh man,
And,
that's dope.
yeah. And what else? Purple.
Yes.
I wanted purple because I wanted lavender, and I had tried to get I had micro braids, and they were like burgundy, and I tried to get the ends dyed lavender, and it couldn't get done. It was too dark.
Mhm.
So I said, forget it, I'm just gonna get the whole thing purple. If I can't dye it, I'll just it's not my fault.
That's dope.
Don't have my hair is black. It wouldn't dye
Right.
to a light color, nor do I want to put that damage on it. So
Oh,
I
man,
figured
talk
I would
that
just,
shit. She said, I do.
So I figured I would just go ahead and do it. And I don't know. Once you start braids, there's no turning back. And I
Oh,
figured
man.
about to start. It's like a tattoo. Once you put the first
Come
one
on.
in, you gotta
Come
keep
on.
going. And once it was done, I was happy with how it looked.
Yes.
I like trying new stuff.
Come on.
Next time it will be teal.
Yes. 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 Gotta come back for that.
Yeah, I'll be back with the teal hair.
Damn. See, look at me. I'm lying and shit. I said,
What else you want to
I
ask?
said three more. Just what's the name? Tonight. Just plug it one more time. And let
Tonight.
them know how you gonna show out.
Tonight at the Dinosaur Barbecue, just open. We'll be
Oh,
there
son,
with
teach me,
Verse.
teach
10 to 1. Oh, yeah. 10 to 1 will be there rocking with Verse, which is Michael DeSanto on guitar.
Mhm.
D-Ray on drums. We got Steven McCaster on keys. Bentley Miss Gavin Wright on vocals.
I always hear people say the Michael DeSanto band.
There is not the Michael DeSanto band. Mike is the Verse band. Love Mike, but it's not the Mike band. also, since we're talking about purple,
Mm-hmm.
got this here, my original group. Anybody that's heard of the For Realists, if you didn't hear about the For Realists, now you have. It's an original group. We got T-shirts. Got them also in teal. Real soft cotton. It's like the American
Oh,
Apparel.
so the teal wasn't random.
No, it
So
wasn't.
my hair next is gonna be teal. That wasn't
oh, well,
random.
that was random. I didn't even. Yeah, that is actually random.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the Freelist, that's my original group, Freelist.com, FORELISTS.com. Also, you can find me and anything I got going on at my website. It's zurberry121.wix.
Zurberry. What does a Zurberry taste like?
I don't know. You have to find out if you ever have the pleasure.
Hey.
Zurberry121.wix. Release Appleby.
Yes.
And Twitter, I'm on Twitter at
Mhm.
Zuri. That's easy. And Facebook, you can find me Zuri Elise Appleby. And my fan page is Facebook/musical chameleon, because that's what I am. I do it
dope.
all.
That's dope. So we had a musical chameleon and we had a camouflage monk all in one day.
Yeah, the camouflage monk. That's dope.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. What's the best twerk video you ever saw?
Best twerk video I ever saw. Man, there was one that I had seen to the booty work video for T-Pain booty work, and it was these girls. Well, actually, it was a. All right, don't judge me. I don't know who's watching this interview.
Yes.
it was not. It was a stripper class, but they weren't naked. Stripper class, and it had like these two like real fat girls, and then the one girl that was teaching the class. And if you tune out the other girls, the one that was teaching the class was very elegant, and could kill it. She could dance, pole, and could twerk at the same time. So
Come on.
She was doing everything.
Got you.
Booty work.
Got you.
On my T-Pain.
Yes. T-Pain, what up? And Sharkeisha? Sharkeisha. Yes.
Okay.
After the Sharkeisha fight, what did you do?
I don't know what that is.
You didn't watch Sharkeisha?
So I don't know. Do I need to? Who was fighting? Let's just look. I don't have.
Perfect.
I don't, oh, World Star. Yeah,
that's
that
how
shows
you
you where
end the
my
interview.
focus is.
Yes. Man, listen.
I'll be on World Star.
Yes. Zuri doesn't know who Sharkeisha is. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah, don't
That's
be,
man.
don't
Listen,
be on
that just
World Star.
that much more. Man, don't hit her, Sharkeisha.
Don't hit me. I was in the Marines. Don't hit me.
Come on, man. WhatsAppStation.com, man. It's Chad Money. I got Zuri Appleby with me, and we out of here, people. Enjoy yourself.